everyone, it's Sean. In today's video, I'm going to answer a question that was posted in one of my YouTube videos. I get questions through the YouTube video platform, and I also get questions and comments through email sometimes. I'm able to answer about 90% of the time that you ask me a question. Matter of fact, if I still need to answer a question for you, and it's been past, if it's been past a month, you can repost that question as well. You'll probably notice that not a lot of people are going to be reposting these questions because I answer almost all the questions. Sometimes the question does not call for a video, so I'll just put a quick answer in there. And sometimes the question does demand of a video, and I can do that certainly as well. If you're wondering about my shirt, it says United States Secret Service. One of our subscribers, one of you guys, send this shirt to me, and I really appreciate it. It's really an honor to have helped one of the members of the United States Secret Service. If you guys don't know already, I published two books here. I published two books. The Private Patrol Operator, this helps you manage a private security company. And this other book called The California Illegal Investigator. Both books are designed to establish some type of a standard in the private security and private investigation industry in California only. One of these days I want to focus nationally, but right now I'm just doing it locally, California. So this undisclosed person in this undisclosed state, undisclosed city, he passed one of these undisclosed exams, and he thanked me, but it was him. It's because of his intelligence, he's able to pass one of those exams. So he sent me the shirt. And again, I really appreciate it. It's really an honor. I help all kinds of people that are in different capacities, up to the command staff level, notable people at all levels, military, private security. It's truly an honor to help. If you want to send me anything, and believe it or not, if you can't send me money, I don't take any money on YouTube. I won't accept it. Some people are saying, you're crazy, Sean. You guys, this platform, YouTube, has given me an outlet. I've had some difficult times this year and last year, and just being able to help people, it just gets me in a more positive mood, especially this year. So, that's what I get in return. Money doesn't persuade me from doing things. Money doesn't make me happy. I live a comfortable, humble lifestyle, and hey, that's me. That's what I like. Another thing that I do is, I just got done communicating with this lady who lost her husband, a deputy sheriff, LA Sheriff's Department, and she requested one of my books. I have a collection of police officer on patrol books. I know that most of you are security or private investigators, but some of you are retired law enforcement, and maybe you have some grandchildren or whatnot, or so. So I have a police officer on patrol series. There's about 4 books, and they're on Amazon. I took a big hit from publishing the Border Patrol books. I have one for Border Patrol. If you ever hear that Facebook and all these social platforms are banning people that are pro law enforcement, it's true. I got all of these racial slurs towards me. Some types, there are unveiling death threats because I support the Border Patrol and I support law enforcement, and I will always support law enforcement in the Border Patrol, and I'll support Customs as well. It doesn't matter what people think. I'm on my way to publishing one for private security. I'll have one it's going to take me about 2 years, but the whole script is already finished, and it's strictly private security. I'm going to put people with different cultures, different colors. It's going to be a multiracial book, and it's going to, if you have children or maybe nieces or nephews or friends that have kids, and they want to and you want them to better understand your job, I think you'll like my private security children's book, and it's going to be probably between the ages of 4 and 8. With all of my law enforcement books, I usually dedicate them to a fallen. This is Officer Cordova. He's one of my partners who we lost some time ago. Anyhow, if you want to send me something, a patch, a badge, just something. Maybe you want me to review it. Maybe you want me to talk about it. You can mail it to me, and I'll definitely take a look at it. Just get a hold of me through email. I get a lot of brand new private security company owners. They start off their company. If you're a new company, and if you like, you could send me a patch. And what I want to do with it is, I want to talk about your patch, your badge design, and your website if you have that. And I want to get excited about your company. And it makes me very, very excited when I see that somebody maybe started from here and now they're going up. They've established something new. It's a true honor to be holding your patches or your badges, whatever it is that you have. I don't have one of these walls with a bunch of badges and patches. I've been in law enforcement the last almost 20 years, 5 months, 6 months short. I don't have a wall with a bunch of law enforcement stuff. But I think I'd rather have the security stuff right now. If I could get some law enforcement stuff, that'd be great. But I haven't seen a wall with private security stuff on it, especially the badges or the patches. So you have something, send it. I'm not one of those hoarders that wants a bunch of patches, but I want to talk about your patch, and talk about your company. So that's it. There's nothing. I'm not asking for anything in return. Again, I don't accept money. I really value the input that comes out of these channels. I value you guys' feedback. It just gets my mind unoccupied from things that may be occupying my mind. Without further ado, let's talk about a post from Carlos Martinez, and I'm looking down at the screen and reading it to you. It says, "Hey Sean, I do actually have a question regarding trespassing. So the context is that I had another security guard, quote, I will use that term loosely due to the fact that I don't know if he were casing the place or he was actually a security guard. He approached me and asked if I knew the people on my job said that were going in and out of the building, which the workers forgot something, but they didn't know. Mind you, me living in Northern California at a dispensary, we know that it is a higher risk due to robbery and due to the high volume of customers and people that come into the store daily. So I ran into that. I didn't know how to approach the person or what to do because the gentleman had on a plate carrier vest with security patch and OC spray on his vest, but no company patches. At the time, I still have my firearm on my person. He was asking me if I knew these people that were coming in and out of the building, asking me where I was. How or what should you do in that type of instance, knowing the fact that that person does not work there?" Okay. Hey guys, if you guys send me some type of question or text, please proofread it. It's sometimes very difficult communicating with some people because it's really hard to understand. Voice to text works great, but please proofread your stuff. I'm not bashing anyone here, but I just want to, if I don't understand the question, it's hard for me to give you a complete response where I understand what the question is. So if you would please do that for me. Okay, let's talk about this. This is a bit challenging, this question, because I don't have all the information. And sometimes when you're on YouTube, when you answer something, you want to get all the information, but you don't have everything. And with YouTube and social media, sometimes it's not like a two-way conversation. It's not like a conversation that you have with somebody where you can just talk freely. I mean, texting back and forth and emailing back and forth is rather difficult to do. Oh, by the way, I'm still trying to answer a question by Fire Lover number 1. Fire Lover number 1, if you're still watching this, I'm going to answer a question. That question is regarding racial discrimination at the work site, the way that police in the area have been treating you. I'm gonna answer that, but because it's a sensitive subject, I'm gonna spend a little bit more time analyzing my response. So back to Carlos Martinez. A lot of you are begging for more information. So instead of addressing this question exactly head on, giving an exact answer, I'm going to answer in general terms on what to do in general situations. So if you're working this marijuana dispensary, first off, for so many reasons, I would not work in a marijuana dispensary. Marijuana is still classified as a narcotic, an illegal narcotic under the federal code. They do not, the federal government doesn't really enforce these marijuana dispensaries. Again, they're really nitpicky on them. But this is the thing, if let's just say if you have life insurance, you might not be covered, because these life insurance companies, when they cover these policies, they put in there you can't be involved in some type of illegal event or illegal business. And under the federal government, federal government current laws outlaw marijuana. Same thing with workers' comp insurance. The employer may get a general workers' comp insurance, but the workers' comp carrier might not know that this is a marijuana grow. And marijuana grows, or the dispensaries, I know I'm kind of mixing up the two a little bit, so excuse me on that. They tend to generate a little bit more of liability. So your workers' comp carrier needs to know what in the role is going on, what kind of work you're actually doing. So your employer needs to be upfront with them. And some carriers might not even care. So he's concerned about robberies. It's in Northern California. It's a dispensary. I did a video on marijuana protection, and a lot of people didn't like that. Whenever you talk about marijuana, people get mad. To me, it doesn't. I don't care if you use marijuana or not. I've never used marijuana or any illegal drug in the past. I've been sober drug-wise my whole entire life, and I'm 41 years old. I just get, there's other things that get me excited, get me happy, get me into enjoying life than using drugs. But I do understand that some people actually use marijuana for medical treatment. I totally understand, and I'm not against it. Having said that, you have to really be careful on who is coming on the dispensary property. There are armed robberies, and when they're armed robberies, they go full force. Oftentimes, when there's a bank robbery, when it's a full-blown bank robbery, one or two guys in there, maybe three, sometimes they're wearing tactical gear, police plate carriers. It says police here, sheriff. And here, Carlos saw this guard who wore a plate carrier that said security on it. And he wasn't sure whether this guy was armed. I mean, he didn't see a gun. He wasn't sure if he was unarmed. Now, I'm going to assume that this security guard that came onto the premises, if he had a gun, is probably concealed, what doesn't make sense. If you're wearing a plate carrier that says security on it, you typically have an exposed firearm. I just haven't seen a lot of people that wear plate carriers and then have a concealed firearm. It's just kind of strange. Why would you display to the public who you are and then make your gun less accessible? It doesn't make any sense. This guard did not have any patches, any badges that tied him to a security company. Guys, contract security in California are required to have the name of the security company on the badge, a badge number. On the shoulder patches, it has to say private security on there. It has to say private security and the name of the private patrol operator company, the private security company. Private patrol operator, private security company, they're the same things. It has to be on there. If not, this is a violation of the Business and Professions Code. Now, there's an exception. If this guard that is visiting the property, asking all these random questions, if he works in-house, so he works directly for an employer and no other employers, he's paid in a W-2, W-4 fashion, there's actual payroll deductions, that uniform that he has on is sufficient as long as he's unarmed. You cannot be in-house PPO if you're carrying a firearm or other deadly weapon. You cannot be in-house security. There has to be a PPO license attached. PPO licenses in California are also known as contract security companies. Those are you who are in Florida or other states. So hopefully this makes sense. If I'm not making any sense, please put in the comment section below, hey, can you clarify something, and I'll I'll clarify it for you. So Carlos, at this point in time, I'm thinking that maybe this guy, he follows the shipment coming in. And I've never worked at a dispensary. I never worked anything involving marijuana. So on my terminology, those of you who have worked in those professions, please correct me on my terminology. But you have these shipments coming in, maybe the marijuana, right, from a wholesaler. Many times there's a security company that trails that shipment. This guy, this random security guard, needs to be a direct hire, needs to be in-house security for this company who is shipping in the wholesale product. If not, again, that person needs a private patrol operator license or be attached to a private patrol operator company. If he's asking me all these questions, I'm going to say this. Okay, first off, I'm the one with the gun. Okay, if something happens, I'm going to wait. I'm going to watch his hands, see where they're at. Because this could be a foiled robbery. It could be dressing up as an imposter. But this is another problem is it looks like he's repeatedly showing up to the job site. So I don't think necessarily he's the bad guy. I don't think he's going to come back and commit a robbery. I don't think he's going to necessarily provide intelligence to other people to commit robberies. But I can be wrong. So I'm going to watch his hand, and I'm going to establish that I'm the alpha dog of this whole property. I am the alpha dog. I'm in charge. What I say goes. So you have to establish that command of presence, especially when there's a visitor. This other guard is a visitor. So I'm not saying to be an asshole, to be a dick to this guy. I'm just saying that you are the alpha dog. You're it. You're more trained. You are more well-rounded, and you have situational awareness. You got this, Carlos, you got this under control. So when he shows up, I'm not saying to be the asshole. Just say, hey, man, how's it going? How you been? Okay, well, I've been good. Hey, check this out. I would love to answer your questions, my friend. But look, man, I don't even know who you are. You don't even have a badge. You don't even have a badge, a name tag. You're way out of compliance with the Business Professions Code. You're kind of like some random guy that just rolls up. So, kind of in a friendly, joking manner, I would just tell him, hey, you know, what's up? I want to help you out. But hey, who are you? Who you work for? Right now, I'm the person that's in charge of this post, and I gotta find out who goes in and out the property. And you're asking these questions and making me a little bit nervous. Okay, I'm getting really nervous. My higher ups are gonna want to know what the hell is going on. So let's start all over. Shake his hand. Hey, my name is Sean. Hey, I'm Sean Sundahl. Whatever the hell your name is. I mean, don't say whatever your hell name is. Hey, what's your name, by the way? John? Or Jose? Jose, you don't got a last name? Okay, Lopez. Okay, Jose Lopez. Hey, nice to meet you. Cool. Hey, do you have any type of ID on you? Like your guard card? Like what I have on me? Do you got that? Hey, can I take a look at it? All right, cool. Hey, why do you need all that information? Well, look, my boss wants to know who you are and what is going on. I mean, what's the situation? What's our whole conversation about? And I can't just say I talked to some random person, because they're going to ask me, hey, didn't you at least ask for ID or ask who this person is, considering you're asking these intrusive questions? And if this guy pops off an attitude, this person, first off, shouldn't even belong in private security. You guys, as a police officer, I have went to, believe it or not, school districts, and they've asked me for my police ID. And I tell them, look, here's my uniform here. The black and white police cars out there. But again, they're trying to maybe enforce a rule or regulation. But hey, look, no harm, no foul. Here's my police ID. It says Sean on it. Okay, there you go. This guy, if he's a professional, private security professional, he is going to honor those questions and produce the information that you're requesting. If not, I think this is good grounds in consultation with your policies and procedures and management. I think this is good grounds to 602 them. In California, 602 stands for the penal, stands for the penal code that involves trespassing. It's 602 penal code, and there's a bunch of subsections under that. So give him a no trespass warning. Don't let this guy come back. You don't even know who he is. You won't even identify it. As a agent of the property, which is you, Carlos, you have every right to determine who comes on and off the property. So I hope this helps. Remember, Carlos, you are the alpha dog. You're in charge. Okay? If you guys have any other further questions, comments, concerns, if you guys have any other advice for Carlos, I always miss something. If there's a day when I don't forget something, I'll spend 2 or 3 hours on a video. So you guys all take care. Be safe. Please press the like button. If you find this content useful, please share it with somebody else. Press the button on the cell phone where you can press share, and then copy it, link it, and then send it to somebody else.